Building Athletics. To learn how you can contribute to the success of the High Desert Seniors All-Star Football Classic, go to www.thecyap.com. CYAP, Community Youth Athletic Academic Program, serving to educate, inform, inspire. The Blue Jersey North defense cranks it up the second half after trailing 22-0 at the intermission. We resume with the second half kickoff. Desert's Chris Washington kicks off to open the second half. DeAndre Williams pulled down by Will Smith, 20, along with Brandon Olson, 52, and Anthony Applequist, 5. Daniel Epperson at quarterback for the South. Tracy Venable, 14, then Anthony Vigilante, 28, for a loss on the play. Second down, Austin Crank and Marquise Jones pass rush. Epperson goes deep for Cade Tropila. Flags everywhere, offsetting penalties. Still second. Epperson goes right back to Diamondbacks teammate Tropila. Barstow's Kyle Pittman, 8, breaks it up, bringing up third and long. Errant snap, Austin Crank, 9, and Alex Beecroft, 13, converge. North's defense forces a South punt on the first series of the second half. The 6'1", 180-pound Crank is out of Barstow. Big Bears' Lucas Jeffries lost the punt. North's first series of the half to begin inside their 20. Riverside Prep quarterback Tyler Stewart hands off to Desert's Brandon Valdez following a South offsides. Valdez breaks one tackle before brought down by Big Bears' Lucas Jenkins, 33. Valdez rushed for over 1,200 yards for Coach Chris Hinton's 7-5 Scorpions, scoring 10 touchdowns in the process. Stewart's pass nearly picked off by Casey Campbell, then almost caught by Landon Coleman. It's ruled incomplete. Derek Patterson takes the handoff, but is met by big Austin Beltram, 88, and 70, Tyler Bernal. The North's series ends with an unfielded punt. The South goes back on offense at their own 25. But the North made defensive adjustments at halftime. The South's Anthony Bryant is met by Blue Jersey Will Smith, 20, Celeste Asuega, 00, Barstow's Dominic Silva, 52, and Silverado's 230-pound William Fafita, number 50. Epperson back to the air. The battle between a pair of number 14s. Tracy Venable, the defender, who kills Tyrone Gilmer, the intended receiver. Here's the North's biggest defensive play of the game. Barstow's Dominic Silva jars the ball loose, gets the favorable bounce, and rambles inside the 5. A touchdown, but for Anthony Bryant's speedy pursuit. A brilliant play by Silva, nonetheless. First and goal at the 3. Sultana's 00, Richard Holguin, submarines and sabotages the blast with plenty of help from Sean Shanks and company. Marquise Jones held to no gain. E.J. Watts returns at quarterback, and the Burros signal caller carries into the end zone. But a holding penalty against the North nullifies the scoring effort, setting up second and goal back at the 13. Tyler Stewart looks for Boron's Austin Russell in the end zone, broken up by Little Rock's 6'1", 190-pound Davion Heflin. Third and goal at the 13. A third down incompletion brings Austin Fink back in. The Boron quarterback throws to Jackson French, who lays out but cannot make the grab. The South's defense has denied the North's deepest drive and kept the shutout intact. Score remains 22-0. 22 is Little Rock's Anthony Bryant. The 5'8", 170-pound Bryant averaged 6 yards a carry for Coach James Vandra's Lobos. Granite Hill's 6'4", 270-pound Julian Jones stops this play before it starts. Epperson throws for Tyrone Gilmer, broken up by Tracy Venable. A fourth down penalty against the North keeps the South's drive alive. Another fine defensive effort by the North. Dominic Silva leads tacklers in denying Tyler Murphy yardage up the middle. Next play, Marquise Jones and Jack Hammond combine to drop Murphy for a loss. Again, the North's second-half defensive adjustments paying off. An incomplete pass on 3rd and long. The South's forced to punt. The North sets up shop inside their 30 with E.J. Watts back in at quarterback. Watts goes to Jackson French, who stays in bounds and dashes across midfield. The North back into South territory. The gain 43 yards. The 5-yard infraction makes it 1st and 15. Desert's Chris Washington carries. Big Bear's 6'1", 206-pound Lucas Jenkins spins him down. Jenkins, the leading tackler for Coach Chris Griffith's 9-3 Bears this past season. Watts, forced from the pocket by Sean Shanks. Watts scrambles, connects with Jackson French, and the North is back in the red zone at the South 17. This time, Watts cannot escape Sean Shanks' rush. Second sack for the 6'2", 185-pound Diamondbacks defender. With that sack, 3/4 are in the bag. South maintains its 22-0 advantage, but the North is threatening. Watts goes for it all, trying to connect with Landon Coleman to open the 4th. Going for it on 4th down, Austin Russell, the diving attempt. 4th time for the North in the red zone. No points to show for it. Following an incomplete 1st down aerial attempt, Anthony Bryant tries to get outside. Kyle Pittman first contact. Venable and Vigilante immediately thereafter. Epperson tries to salvage something after the bad snap. Austin Crank registers the sack. The South forced to punt. The North is back on offense at its own 30. Austin Fink, strong throw, caught by Landon Coleman, pickup of 8. But 3 straight incompletions turn it back over on downs. The North's stop Tyler Murphy adjustment succeeds again. Dominic Silva leading the tacklers. Gives us time to mention the officials who volunteered their time to CYAP to work the game. Brandon McAnulty, Dennis Dietz, Vincent Jacobo, David Castro, Kenneth Lindsay, Gerald Thomas, and Rick Martinez. The public address announcer, Ken Shoemaker. On 2nd down, Epperson to DeAndre Williams for a short gain. Kyle Pittman and Aztec teammate Dominic Silva in on the stop. 3rd down, Epperson scrambles, comes up just shy of the 1st down. Celestra Oswega tripping him up. The South goes for it on 4th down. Epperson with a strike to Tyrone Gilmer, but Tracy Venable pries it loose. Incomplete pass. Excellent play by Venable. The North's offense back in business. Elijah James, the direct snap, gets to the 45 before dragged down by Kenneth Carcamo. Watts tries to buy time. Evades Ren's Horacio Basio before hemmed in by Little Rock's Edgar Avidia, 74, and Oak Hill's Casey Campbell, 34. Watts drops it off to Tracy Venable. It's Casey Campbell again on defense. The North forced to punt. The South will set up inside their own 40. DeAndre Williams tries to reverse the fortunes of the South's second-half running attack, reverses field, and carries past midfield, but the flag, you see, brings this one back. Epperson's been trying to connect with the receiver behind the North's secondary the entire second half. He finally succeeds, hooking up with Tyrone Gilmer, a gain of 40 yards. Epperson looks to throw again. Barstow's Austin Crank has Epperson in his sights. A sack for Crank, who averaged 10 tackles a game for the Aztecs. One incomplete pass later, Epperson connects with Williams, who pulls it in between Anthony Applequist and Kyle Pittman.
Nice catch, number 1.
The North stops the running play. Alex Beecroft, Dominic Silva, Derek Jones, all in on the tackle. The South goes back to the air. This time, Tyrone Gilmer with the touchdown reception. An 11-yard scoring play from Daniel Epperson. Epperson, the All-CIF Diamondbacks quarterback and Daily Press Offensive Player of the Year. E.J. Watts trying to move the North into scoring position. Philip Hernandez and Gabe Cicero break this one up. Jacob Sherwood, 50, and Sean Shanks, 77, hurry Watts' throw here. Davion Heflin capitalizes and runs it back, but it's called back. Intended receiver Jackson French knocked down while the ball was in the air. Still a play Davion Heflin will treasure to remember in his final high school gridiron encounter. Watts looks deep again, but scrambles instead, carrying out of bounds to stop the clock. A gain of 14. The quick pass to Landon Coleman. Tyler Bernal and Kyle Washington there to put a quick end to that play. One more play for the North. Watts as Landon Coleman climbs high to make the catch. But it's not enough for the first down. The South takes over and runs out the clock. The South All-Stars prevail in the 6th annual High Desert Seniors All-Star Game, 28-0. Player of the game, and play of the game for that matter, Tyler Murphy, the 53-yard touchdown to start the second quarter. Murphy went on to lead all ball carriers with 81 yards on 5 carries, nearly all in the first half, as the South mounted a 22-0 halftime lead. The South's victory even the All-Star Game series at 3 wins apiece. The CYAP, Community Youth Athletic and Academic Program, expresses its appreciation to the sponsors, including major sponsor It's a Gas to Go to Class. Appreciation also extended to the volunteers making this event possible and a resounding success. Thank you to the Silverado cheerleaders and to the cheer squads and drill teams that performed and competed.
On behalf of the CYAP, I want to thank you for supporting the High School All-Star Game Classic. See you again next year.
Community Youth Athletic Academic Program, serving to inform, educate, and inspire. Providing after-school sports activities for youngsters, informing residents of resources available, educating those seeking life-improving direction. The annual High Desert Seniors All-Star Football Classic. Top seniors from all area high schools, showcased and rewarded for their commitment to character-building athletics. To learn how you can contribute to the success of the High Desert Seniors All-Star Football Classic, go to www.thecyap.com. CYAP, Community Youth Athletic Academic Program, serving to educate, inform, inspire.